What's up, YouTube? Um, I decided to post this video because a lot of people are having problems with their Jellyfish mod and they don't understand what's causing it or what could be the issue. And I know specifically I talked to one person on Facebook that was like, oh, I fixed mine by putting tissue under my atomizer and now everything's fine. So, I mean, if you have these symptoms like atomizer no link, or you may get it to where your ohms are jumping way up to 3 or 4 ohms and then back down. More than likely, what you'll find is that your RDA will wobble back and forth because your 510 connection is loose. And there is a way to fix this, and I want to show y'all exactly how it should be done so to make it easier for you. So I'm going to dive down into this thing and we're going to show you exactly the steps you need to take to fix this where it'll be less of a hassle, because if you don't do it the right way, then you'll end up with a really big headache. So let me switch over my build cam here and then we'll get started on this thing. Now mine is fine right now. My 510 is okay, but I will show you what you need to do in order to get this thing going. So if I can get my tape ready here. So I'm going to take off my atomizer. This is a Marquee RDA, by the way. This is an authentic, which I definitely enjoy that RDA. But here's the 510 from the Jellyfish, and then you have your 4 Allen head screws, which you should get an Allen wrench with your Jellyfish. But the main thing you have to do is you need to tape up these buttons right here. If you do not tape up these buttons, then what's going to happen is as soon as you go to slide your mod, the insides out of this thing, those buttons are going to fall down inside of there, and then you are going to be in a world of pain because those buttons are going to be gone. So I'm just going to take a piece of clear tape and I'm going to push on the button to where the tape grabs hold of the button really good, and then wrap this tape around the mod. And I need to turn this off before I start making weird things happen. Alright, there we go. So you only have 3 buttons, so just make sure you tape your up down wattage button and your fire button. If I can find the end of the tape, I shouldn't have let it go. There we go. So here we go. Alright, I'm going to take the fire button. This is the main one you have to worry about, is the fire button. So I'm going to hold down on the fire button, wrap the tape around the mod, making sure that that tape is holding onto this button. If it does not, that button's going to fall in there, and this button isn't holding on. I don't like the way this tape is doing. Alright. Anyways, hopefully it holds. If it doesn't, then I can still fix it, but it does make it a pain. So now we're going to take out these 4 Allen screws on the top of the mod. These screws are kind of janky, and the threading on it is not the best in the world. So if you go to tighten them back down and they don't tighten down very well, definitely don't over tighten them or you will strip them out. So just kind of be easy with them. Alright, there's 2 of them. That one's not even unscrewing right, which means I've just completely stripped it out, but that's alright. There's the 3rd screw, and that 4th screw, it may or may not come out the way I want it to, but if it doesn't, that means it's not holding on anything anyway. There it goes. Alright. So once you have all 4 of these screws out, wow, being very careful, and probably your best bet just in case his buttons aren't holding. And I know that positive's not holding. That scares me. I'm going to take this off. I probably have some juice or something on the mod. The bottom's holding fine, but the top one's not. So let's wipe this off real quick. Because more than anything, that fire button needs to be taped down. All right, hopefully that's got it. Now what you're going to do is carefully slide this out. And it doesn't go very far. But see, the reason I told you to tape these is because when you go to slide this out, these buttons will, see, that one's starting to fall in. You don't want that to happen. Once you get this out far enough, you see that little knurled nut right there? Let me get something to point with. This is the bottom of your 510 right here. This little knurled nut. And all you have to do is get some needle nose pliers in here and tighten this down. What you can do if you have a big flathead screwdriver is hold the top section and then, but I didn't have to, and then just get some needle nose in there, like say these. Reach in there, tighten this down clockwise, and then you will have no more shaky 510 connection anymore. And since that button moved just a little bit, that's all it took to make this not want to go back together. And I mean just a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tape off, and then the buttons will slide back down to where they need to be. I'm going to keep it held down. There we go. See, now my buttons are still in there. That looks way off. There we go. Now my button's all the way in. That's the reason for the tape. And now all you have to do is put it back together and you're good to go. Like I said though, if it is, if you are getting that weird, you know, atomizer no link, I wish I had it. I wish it was loose right now. I could show you what it does. And then your ohm readings will just go all over the place. Just remember, it's that simple of a fix. It's really not that bad. The main thing is making sure you have tape on those buttons so they don't fall in. And once you get that, you should be good to go. You know, and make sure when you do it that you get it pretty tight, because you don't want to have to open this multiple times to do it over and over again. Because like I said, these screws strip out really easy. I mean, I only think 3 of mine really hold good anymore, but it's not like I crank down on these things. They're just crap. But there we go. I'll show you that this is the way it should work when you screw your atomizer on here. There we go. Those are all tight. Let's turn this back on. 5 clicks to turn it on. Lotus. There we go. When you screw your atomizer on, when it makes a connection, it should show you the recommended wattage for whatever device you have on there. There we go. Now, if you're getting this and this is bouncing in and out, or if your ohm value, see mine's at 0.59 right now. So if this is jumping all over the place, then that's bad. You don't want that. But I hope this helps y'all out, and good luck and good vaping.